You wanna drop the bomb? You wanna drop the bomb? You wanna drop the bomb? Well, let's drop the bomb. Drop the bomb.
That's a prime example of how we feed off of the crowd and how they feed off us. It's like they help us make that song.
Tonight's guest is a true cornerstone of Washington, D.C.'s music legacy.
He's a vocalist, a bassist, a music director, and he helped start the GoGo scene in the D.C. area and around the world with the legendary Trouble Funk.
For over 4 decades, he's kept the groove alive with legendary shows, amazing hits, and an energy that keeps neighborhoods grooving.
This episode, we're diving straight on the front lines of funk, rhythm, jazz, creativity, everything, you name it. Whatever goes into GoGo, we're diving into that.
Smoke and Ice begins now.
Welcome to Smoke and Ice with Kelly and Wayne. This is the podcast where you're not only informed, but entertained. Sit back, relax, and remember, where there's smoke, there's fire, and you can't chill without ice. Now, here are your hosts, Kelly Allen and Wayne McCullers.
All right, this episode, y'all, we're going to do a little something different. It's been one hell of a day, so we started a little bit early. So we're drinking North Carolina bourbons, Weldon Mills Rockfish. Now, what I like about this bourbon, I mean, really, it's smooth, it's caramel, it's pretty much the basics of what we always say about bourbons, but something different about this bourbon. For me, when I put it on the rocks or put a splash of water, it really changes the flavor a little bit on the back end, like to bring out that vanilla a little bit more. So this is a good pick. It's not too expensive. If you're in North Carolina, it's a homegrown product and it tastes good. It's very smooth.
So we're going to get into this one. I'm going to pour today.
Well, we've already gotten into that one.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes it happens, guys. You know, you just got to partake it a little bit early. Tell me when.
I didn't say when.
Oh,
when?
Okay. When? All right.
I got you.
And we have no rocks, but
It's all right.
we'll sit that right there.
All right. Weldon Mills Rockfish. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Did I lie?
But we already been drinking it though.
Well, true that. True that.
But it's very, very good, guys.
Okay. Even without ice.
And you don't, if you're like, I'm always a rocks. You know, if you guys watch, you know I'm always on the rocks, right? Mm-hmm. And I was able to drink this, and it's fine. I don't get that super burn. It's really smooth. I get the flavors you're talking about. Mm-hmm. It's really nice. It's if you're not really into bourbon and you want to try it.
Yeah. Good starter. And
Weldon Mills.
It's not that expensive. Very good.
All right, Smoke. What you got for us today? You did both. You did the cigars and the bourbon today.
All right. So today is a Nicaraguan cigar by Drew Estates.
That's our favorite.
Yeah, Drew Estates. Hey, keep doing your thing. You make some great cigars. So this was recommended to me at the cigar shop, so I just picked it up. So this is I don't want to mispronounce it. So this is I need glasses. My God. Hold on a second. I knew what it was. It is Isla
del Sol.
Del Sol, yes.
Isla del Sol.
Isla del Sol. Didn't want to mess it up. So basically, like I said, this is Nicaraguan, but it has more coffee flavors like mocha and gentle coffee. So we can ready to test that theory out. Podium. Loser.
it should be lit.
You sure?
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, okay. That's a small flame there. Hey, you might want to use the other one. You about to set something on fire, woman.
I'll finish it. I'll finish it over here on this side.
Okay.
He is a gentleman, guys. We're going to do it over here.
Okay.
This one gave a little bit more without having to reach over.
Oh, this is a smooth smoke.
Very smooth.
I mean, it's hard to go wrong with Drew Estates, but one thing I love about Drew Estates is most cigars I get from them, especially I know my Javas, they're nice and soft. Like, look at that. I can squeeze that.
Yeah.
Just like a nipple. I can squeeze that. Nice and easy. Yeah. Oh, you like a soft nipple too. You know it. Come on, nice and easy. That's
I just caught what you said. I just caught what you said. I heard nickel, and then I said, no, that's not what you said. You said nipple. Okay.
Nipple. But yeah, this is a good smoke though.
Guess we're gonna have to rate this one mature audiences only, as it should already be. You know, we don't condone drinking for underage. No, it's amazing. So seriously, guys, the wrapping is slightly sweet, so you don't get that bitterness that you get from some wrappers that is on the outside. Very smooth smoke. I'm lost for words because it's just so smooth. So I don't have anything negative to say about it. And it's just a really, really good cigar.
And
Drew Estates.
Yeah. And tobacco taste is light. It's not heavy. It doesn't coat your taste buds too heavy. It's a mild cigar. Light to mild cigar.
We like it. We give this one a what? A. Fonzie thumbs up. We give it the A.
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
No snaps with it, but just 2 thumbs up.
So Drew Estates, we keep coming back to you, and your cigars are amazing. So don't act like we're not pushing you. But I like it. I do. So when we come back, we've got a great guest that you don't want to miss. You know that's my line, and I'm going to keep giving it to you because everyone that comes on the Smoking Nice podcast, you don't want to miss. What you think?
This episode, you don't want to miss. Smoking Ice.
Smoking Ice continues next.
Hi, I'm Kelly Allen. Join me each weekday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. for Midday Energy Rush on Positive365.net. I'll bring you all your favorite music from every genre and every decade, plus comedy and positive thoughts all in one place. Go to Positive365.net and you won't be disappointed. That's Positive365.net. We're positively different.
Positively different. Positive 365.
Welcome back from the break. And guys, you know me. I normally try not to read from cards, but our next guest is so amazing that I don't want to miss anything. So please forgive me, but I'm reading. Tonight's guest is a true legend of Washington, D.C.'s music scene, a bassist, vocalist, a music director who has spent over 4 decades, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, shaping the GoGo sound. He's led his band through legendary live shows, hit records, and unforgettable performances that keep the culture alive. Get ready for stories from the front lines of funk, rhythm, legacy. Please welcome Big Tony Fisher.
One and only.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Man, that was a hell of an introduction. Yes.
Did we miss anything?
I'm feeling like Urkel over here. Did I do that?
You know you did that.
Listen, did we get it straight? We miss anything?
Oh man, well you know what? I'm gonna go with that right there. That sounds good to me. Yeah.
Listen, anything
how you guys doing?
We are doing
Good,
wonderful.
good, my brother,
How are
good.
you?
That's good. I'm good. I'm blessed.
Awesome.
I'm here with you guys, and we ready to rock and roll and make some more history.
Yes, definitely.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Yes, indeed.
I'm ready. Let's get into it.
Big Tony.
Let's get into it.
All right, well, let's do it then. Big Tony, you started
I
playing.
ain't stirred.
I'll drink to that.
All right, okay. Here we go.
Big Tony, you started playing professionally as a teenager. What inspired you to get into the go-go sound of music from that standpoint, from you just playing professionally?
Let me start from the beginning. First of all, yeah, you're right. I started as a professional at the age of 15. I was at the age of 15 when I started playing professional. But I picked up my first guitar at 11 years old, and that's where um, I kind of discovered I had a gift for playing guitar, you know. And I used to sing around the house. My mom used to make me sing for company when I was younger than that. You know, they would give me quarters and stuff to sing. You know, I would sing stuff like "It's Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. I got somebody." Yeah, the old stuff, Sam Cooke type of stuff, and "Lady, Lady, Lady." But to answer your question about the go-go scene, um, I guess we did this show called at this joint called the Club The Burn. We did a show there, a cabaret. It was Trouble Band and Show. It was Trouble Band and Show, and it was from 8 to 11. So long story short, we finished the gig, and I helped Rio. Rio was the manager at the time. And I helped Rio load the truck, you know, get the equipment loaded up and everything. So when I got ready to leave, there was a line going up the side of the building. So I came back in and I talked to Ted. Ted Hawkins was the owner of the club at the time. And I was like, "Hey man, the show is over. What are all these people doing out here?" He said, "Well, we're getting ready for the Go-Go with Chuck Brown and the Soul Searchers." Now, keep in mind, this was back in '77. I was 17 years old. And I was like, "Hey, man, you mind if I stay around and check it out?" And he was like, "I don't care, you know." And that was my first go-go experience. I heard Chuck Brown and the Soul Searchers, and it was something about that beat. When I heard it, it resonated with my soul, and I knew that was something that I wanted to do. So that was my first go-go experience, and that's what got me into go-go.
Okay.
Well, you know, we talk about getting into go-go, but when you used to hear people talk about go-go, they said, "Oh, it's a DC thing. It's a DC thing." How were you able to get it from just the DC area to nationwide and even international?
We started off as Trouble Band and Show. Trouble Band and Show was a top 40 R&B cabaret band. After that introduction with Go-Go, you know, my first introduction with Go-Go, we wind up opening up for Chuck as a top 40 R&B band. Top 40 R&B cabaret band. We opened up for Chuck, and for about 3 months, the people wouldn't dance. They just looked at us like we was from a foreign land or something, you know. And we played really good top 40s. We played really great top 40s, and some of the stuff, the same stuff Chuck Brown was playing. But the thing I found out later is the way we played it. Chuck Brown had that beat in between the songs that would never stop, you know. And so once I caught on to that, you know, and I got to tell this story to get to the point where, you know, where you asked me about the how did it go international. So it's all connected. So basically, I would stay after we play. I would stay and watch the band. This went on for about 3 months, and then we would rehearse. We would rehearse at the Club The Burn on the off days. So one day I came to Rio at rehearsal, and I said, "Hey man, I think I know what it takes to make these people dance, but I'm going to need a microphone." And keep in mind, I was only a bass player at the time. You know, Rio hired me as a bass player. So Rio said, "What the hell? We tried everything else. Let's try it your way." And he put that microphone in my hand, and the rest was history. I'll never forget it. We have our first original song. Now, this is very important right here. At the time, there was no go-go music. It was only a go-go beat. And before that go-go beat, that go-go was just the atmosphere. It was a place to be. So it's like, hey man, where you going? I'm going to the go-go to see Chuck Brown and Soul Searchers. You know what I'm saying? So that word go-go originated from Smokey Robinson. We took that word and gave it a whole nother meaning. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's a DC thing. You know. So fast forward, we got the people on the dance floor. You know, we got them dancing. And Chuck Brown and Soul Searchers, they came up in that joint. They was looking around. Jaws was dropped and everything. And after the show, Chuck went to Ted and said, I don't want them boys playing with me no more. They're trying to steal my music. Now, Chuck Brown had wrote Bustin' Loose, but it wasn't recorded. Well, it was recorded, but it wasn't finished. And we all knew it was going to be a hit because every time he played that sucker, people just went crazy. You know, and it was just, I knew it was going to be a hit. I knew it was. Right. And at the time, he didn't even have nothing but the hook line and the music. Wow. He didn't even have all the lyrics. You know. So when Chuck Brown told Ted that, gave him that ultimatum, Ted was like, nah, you know, you'll be going on tour soon, so I'm going to stick with Trouble.
Right.
Wow.
And that's pretty much what happened. It's pretty much what happened. It's like when Chuck went on tour after Busta Loose came out, it became Trouble Funk's house, you know. And from there, fast forward, I think in the 80s, our music started spreading all over the place. It was like it was getting places that we had no idea how it got there, you know. And we found out later that a lot of our fans was going to college, going to the military, and they took those PA tapes with them. You know, it's like taking a piece of home with you. You know, and I talk to people all the time that gives me those stories. It's like, man, your music got me through my semester when I was in college. Man, your music got me through boot camp, and you know, I met my wife at your show. And I get all these wonderful stories, but. Trouble Funk was the first to take GoGo internationally. We was the first to do a UK tour. And again, back then there wasn't no whole lot of social media and stuff like that. It's like the music just, like I said, people just took it different places and they played it and it created that interest. And I mean, the shit just spread it like a disease, you know? You know, so the Trouble Funk was the first to tour London, Germany, Amsterdam, Japan, Berlin, and countless other places I don't remember because, you know, that was like more than 40 years ago.
Right.
You know, well, we actually went back, you know, several years ago to London and Japan. You know, those were two of the hottest spots that we was really in demand. You know, but yeah, we was pretty much the first to do that, and that's how we got over there by our fans taking that music those places and creating the interest.
Turn on
So, Big
Yeah.
Tony, you was a bassist. You're a vocalist.
Yeah.
We've heard that. And you're also a manager, man. You wear many hats in the go-go scene within the band. How do you keep all that together? Is there any conflict doing all that, or is smooth sailing?
Nah, man, that's a good question. It's always conflict, man. But the thing is that I always believe you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. You know what I'm saying? I work very hard to make this shit look easy.
Right.
And those hats that I wear, it takes its toll sometimes. It takes its toll. But I mean, yeah, I'm certain you heard the old saying. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
Right.
I just happen to be the best man for the job. When I first got in trouble band and show, I just wanted to be a part of something that worked. I just wanted to be a team player. I just happened to wind up being the best man to do what needs to be done. And it pretty much put me in a leadership position. And the thing I found out about leaders is leaders don't choose themselves, they're chosen.
Right. So
You know
true.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of responsibility that come with leadership. So being a boss is not that important to me. I am a boss, but leadership is more important to me because I know that you have to lead by example. And leaders, again, comes with a great responsibility to be a leader.
I love that. Well, I want to take it back just a little bit because you said when you were trying to figure out what would make things work when you were opening up for Chuck Brown and things like that, you stated you asked for a mic. Go-Go sound is a call and response for a lot of the music. Some of it is not, but most of it is. So what is it about that call and response that makes it so special?
Well, that's the thing that makes it go-go. It's like, and that's what I discovered from watching Chuck Brown and the Soul Searchers at the time. It was like the interaction with the people and making the people, it was like it's an intimate setting where it's almost like everybody knows everybody. And the thing is, if you're somebody, especially back then, if you were somebody that Chuck Brown called your name, you know what I'm saying? That meant you was somebody. You was popular. You know what I'm saying? And that was the thing that was one of the things that made Go-Go so intimate and so different. It was like the crowd is almost like a part of the band. We kind of like we get that energy from each other. It's like we give them the energy and they give us stuff back. Quick story for a prime example. One day I was late for a show. Which I'm very seldom late, but this particular time I was late, very late. I was so late to the point where the band had to start without me. We're not going to get into why I was late, but I was late. But, and again, this was like 30-something years ago. And so the band was playing, and Dyke had this little thing that he was doing, and he was hitting this, boom, you know what I'm saying? And the crowd was going, drop the bomb, and he'd do it again. And I was like, wow, that's a nice groove right there. I'm feeling that. So I'm hooking my guitar up, right, and I can't wait to get to the microphone. So when I get to the mic, and Dyke is hitting this little thing on the synthesizer, and then the people was chanting, drop the bomb, and they go, boom, and they hit the little air raid thing. So I go to the mic and I go, you want to drop the what?
You want to drop the bomb? You want to drop the bomb? You want to drop the bomb? Well, let's drop the bomb. Drop the bomb.
story right there. Basically, what I'm saying is that's a prime example of how we feed off of the crowd and how they feed off us. It's like they help us make that song, and that became one of the biggest Trouble Funk hits to this day. Drop the Bomb. The crowd, the audience helped us make that song. So what happened was when we went back to rehearsal, we just added more stuff to it and structured it because we knew we had something that was working, you know? And yeah, and if it wasn't for that crowd chanting, drop the bomb, I wouldn't have had nothing to feed off of.
Right.
And Drop the Bomb never would have been born. The same thing with Chuck Brown. Before every show, Chuck Brown used to play this thing by Boosie. And he used to do a go-go style. You boogie woogie, baby, if you want to see me boogie. All you got to do is wind me up. Say what now? Why? And then, wind me up. So the hook was so slick. Just before Chuck come on, the crowd just started chanting, wind me up, Chuck. Wind me up, Chuck. And a lot of people don't connect that.
Right.
They don't connect that right there with Boosie. And see, that's another thing that makes Go-Go so unique. We'll take your shit and it ain't yours no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So right now to this day, you know what I'm saying, they still hollering, wind me up, Chuck, 40-something years later.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, since you brought that up, you guys was the first one. Trouble Funk was the first one to take Go-Go international. What's it like?
Yes.
What was it like when you got over there and the international crowd was singing your songs? Pump Me Up, Drop the Bomb on Me. What was that like? How surreal was that?
Man, it was so amazing. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It helped me realize one very important thing. It's like people are different but the same all over. And music is music. It's like, you know, especially to our music, it's like our music, it really don't have a color.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things I take pride in, the fact that, you know, believe it or not, our white audience is bigger than our black audience on an international level. Yeah, I mean, you know, Japan. We did two, and Tokyo, Japan. We did 2 shows back to back, and both of these shows were sold out. This is 1988. We did 2 shows back to back. Both shows sold out. The venue was like 22,000 people, and we performed. You can go back and watch this video. It's on YouTube because it was televised, and you can go back and watch this video. We performed 3 hours. Now, of course, it's not 3 hours on the original. They cut it. They edited it down, like, I think, to about 2 hours.
Right.
But we performed for about 3 hours nonstop, and them people danced all night. It was crazy because they spoke our language. You know, as far as music, they knew every last lyric, but we didn't know their language.
Right.
Well,
That was crazy.
Yeah.
And that was like everywhere we went, from London to Japan to Amsterdam. I mean, they just loved. We went to Berlin. I was scared to play Drop the Bomb.
right.
No,
I got
because
you.
when we drove through customs, we came through on a bus, and they had somebody up in the tower with a rifle. They had guards walking around with dogs, and it's a true story. Can't make this up. True story. The guy walked out with this long coat. The bus was still going. He walked out in front of the bus and said, "Halt!"
Oh my gosh.
And they have to do it. They have to search the bus and all that stuff. You know, they came on with the dog. The dog was sniffing on the outside. The dog was going crazy because we had some equipment up under the bus. We had equipment that they didn't have over there, so we had to actually fly over there with some of the percussion that they just didn't have over there at the time.
Wow.
You know, we had go-go percussions like rototoms and cowbell racks, and we had a big old anvil case that we had, and they had to pay for it. They had to pay to fly that stuff over there. Well, the dogs was going crazy on the outside of the bus. So we had just came back from Amsterdam.
Yeah. Okay. I know where the story's
If
going.
you know anything about Amsterdam,
Yeah,
you
I know where the story
that
is going.
marijuana is legal over there.
Right.
So I'm thinking, okay, the dogs must, they must be smelling some of the residue, from the weed, that they got on the equipment or whatever, And that was our story, and
That's
they
what
bought
you're
it.
sticking to, right? Well, listen.
We found out later that some of the crew members, some of the tech members, had put some stuff in some of the hardware of the stands, the actual percussion stands.
Okay, so y'all smuggling now.
Right, and I was like, and when we got back, the guy that did it, he got fired.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he
right.
got fired because, we didn't play that. He could have really got us in some trouble, man. But, literally, But the funny thing about Berlin, the guy came and said, y'all coming to drop the bomb on us again, right? And I was like, oh, Lord. I said, nah, man, we coming to drop a peace bomb. So I did not play the song. We played every song but that song. I was scared to play it.
Wow.
Just based on the history of what I knew. You know what I'm saying? And we went downstairs because the dressing room was downstairs. We went downstairs and they still, they stomping and shouting and howling for more. And this guy named Peter, he was our road manager at the time over there. And he was like, guys, you got to come back on. They're not going to leave until you play Drop the Bomb. I said, you sure about that, man? He said, yes, they want it. Man, we went back there and played Drop the Bomb. We must have played that joint for about 30 minutes.
Wow. Because a good song is a good song, man.
Their ever-loving mind.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
A good song. So as international as you are, GoGo has also been sampled here. Sampled a lot. So how has sampling honored not only treble funk, but were there instances where someone has used it and didn't really give credit where credit was due?
Well, yeah. A lot of oh man, we've been sampled so many times. We've been sampled so many times by so many rap groups in particular, and a lot of the groups that sampled us, they got by it. We didn't get a payday out of that, but then we was fortunate to get a payday out of most of them. You know what I'm saying? Some of them slipped through the cracks, and by the time we got wind of it, it was too old, just to do anything about. But we've been sampled by some of the biggest, and these are the names that we pretty much got our royalties and everything and license. We got it done the right way. So LL Cool J.
I remember being in the pub. I don't remember which pub it was, but it was the GoGo, so it was an all-night affair. And your man Chuck Brown, boy, that tore that joint up. So I just want to shout out to him, EU, all of them, you know what I'm saying? All of the great groups out here. Junkyard, Trouble Funk, of course. Because, GoGo deserves its props, you know what I mean? So this record was obviously very, very much inspired by that. So let's get to it.
Rock the Bells, he sampled us. Teddy Riley and Guy, Beastie Boys. Yeah, Beastie Boys. They sampled damn near the whole album. Their whole album had Trouble Funk samples. So yeah, Beastie Boys, Public Enemy, NWA, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Boy George Michael, Kelly. I'm sitting up here looking at a gold record right now from Kelly Rowland. She got her first gold record from a Trouble Funk sample.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, she used the Let's Get Small sample. Everybody and their mama and stuff. Trouble Funk is in the record book, the record book as one of the most sampled groups in hip hop history.
Thursday, October 30th, 7 p.m. Blue Dolphin Banquet Hall presents
The Pre-Halloween Masquerade Happy Hour.
starring the world's greatest go-go band.
It's Big Tony and Trouble Funk.
And for the very first time ever, performing live with Trouble Funk. Special guest,
Derek D.C. Vibe Holmes.
Welcome to your life. Everybody wants to rule the world.
cash prize for best costume. It all happens at the Blue Dolphin Seafood Bar and Grill, 1166 MD3 North Gambrels, Maryland. General admission tickets just $35 in advance. Available at eventbrite.com. Tickets also available at the Blue Dolphin. $45 at the door. There'll be a cash bar. Blue Dolphin menu will be available. Seating is first come, first served. $45 VIP seating is also available. For more information, call 301-237-2975 or 240-351-1045 or 202-531-5263. Doors open at 7 p.m. And be sure to pick up on Big Tony's signature drink,
The Big Tony Monster Mash.
Thursday, October 30th. It's the pre-Halloween Masquerade Happy Hour, starring Big Tony and Trouble Funk with special guest Derek D.C. Vibe Home. Go to eventbrite.com and get your tickets now.
Hey guys, this episode deserves a part 2. So please come back next week so we'll have a great pour, great smoke, and continue great conversation. We're Smoke and Ice Podcast. We'll see you soon. I'm Kelly.
I'm Wayne.
And I'm Big Tony Fisher.
Hey,
Let's spark something real.
We hope you've enjoyed Smoke and Ice with Kelly and Wayne. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Tell a friend so they too can be informed and entertained. For more information about the show, go to smokeandice.net.